Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream at a special time. Uh, we are streaming a day early, in the middle of the day, I guess, actually, for both Jeff and I. Uh, and we are back with our California Dreamin' 1970-71 California Golden Seals New Beginnings Part 9 stream, as it is the probably our last stream of 2024, Jeff.
Yeah, most likely. Unless you're planning on doing something tonight, seems unlikely because we got a Jets game and we got a World Junior game.
Yeah, so that's good. And so we decided we couldn't wait. We needed to get back and see how things were going because why not?
And we got a couple interesting
And
things going on here. Notably, first of all, the guy you insisted we draft showed up out of shape to training camp. So well done, Adam.
who was that? Oh, off Nielsen.
Alf Nielsen.
It was probably the long boat ride he took.
And he wasn't happy when we criticized him for it either. So somebody's going to be starting in the minors. I also
Yeah,
just noticed
especially.
I advanced this a little bit from where we were left off last time. I was trying to make a couple of trades, as you can see, with the Bruins, no way, no way, no way. So that didn't go anywhere. But I did just notice there's a pretty big trade. The Leafs have moved Frank Mahovlich to the Rangers.
Oh, interesting.
And I think he didn't get traded in real life. There's his real life stats. He was traded to the Wings in '67, but in this one, he's been a Leaf all the way along. And so they swapped him for Red Berenson.
Yeah. I was just going to add, if you missed our last stream, you would have missed us making a surprise run to the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
aided
we,
significantly by the fact that they were still in the old divisional setup where the our division is only expansion teams, which has ended as of this season. So we're gonna have to get past the Hawks if we ever want to go to the final again. Morning overkill.
such as it is.
So
Um,
we're right at the start of training camp here. So I am gonna move a couple of the new guys down
yeah.
and then set up our training. Um,
Overkill ASE says morning FHM.
I just said good morning to him.
Okay, well, I've
You
got
weren't paying
distracted.
attention. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Do I have anybody? Actually, I'm going to have to leave Nielsen up even if he isn't in shape
He'll get in shape at some point, right?
eventually. I think, yeah, generally by Christmas or so. And I think, we're
Oh,
going to have to keep the other Swede, Bjorn Palmqvist, who's actually been in North America for a couple of years, been playing for Hershey, the AHL. He's around, so hopefully Nielsen won't get homesick on top of everything else. And I got to send one guy down. I'm at 25 players. That is probably going to be Lemu, the Finnish guy.
which
Now,
makes sense because we signed him to go with uh
with,
so a couple Finnish guys,
yeah,
didn't we?
Katola we just sent down. And
Yeah.
is there one other one? I don't think so. Just Katola.
No, I guess it was just Katola.
Okay, so training is what I want here. And you can see we're actually going to go with the rookie Joe Meloche as the backup this year. So I'm going to give him the goalie training and Mania. Actually, no, Mania. He's going to get Meloche gets both ends of the goalie training, mental and goalie. Now,
Wait, shit, he's the guy we're going to grow into our starter. Plus,
yeah,
we could end up targeting what Billy Smith is this next year. I believe I saw somebody said in a YouTube con.
Nuppy was taken in the draft. This was
Oh,
his
in this
draft
one,
year.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to take training off a couple of guys. I think Lemaire is old enough that he doesn't need any more Pronovost either. I want to try to keep that around 10. Kind of focusing heavily on the D right now. Not sure if that's a great idea. Lebets can come off there. And I'm just figuring out the second number, if you're not familiar with this, is the bone training bonus. You want to try and keep that preferably above 10. 10 or 11 all the way through. I think that's good. The other big move we made in the off season was picking up Dennis Hull, who we got
Right.
for Gary Dornhofer in the third round pick. Dornhofer coming off a really bad year after an injury. So that could come back to hurt us, but hopefully not. And I'm just going to get everybody dressed here. 3-6 defenseman, yeah. And let's see what Nielsen's set the screener. That's not a good position, not a good role for him. Playmaker for sure.
Definitely.
Oops, got all those locked in. Not leaving the AI with any options there. Try that again.
Well, we
Okay,
locked him in because we were doing a little bit of bounce, yeah.
yeah. That looks like a pretty good lineup. And yeah, we're keeping Rivers on the third line, or it's a spare forward. Okay, looking good, I think. Try our first exhibition game against Montreal, see how that goes. Yeah, we managed a 3-3 tie. Jacques Lemaire getting first star against his old team. And now we got the expansion Canucks up next. Oops, I just did it, Adam. We moved the goalies to the 5-on-5 tab in the last update because it's much more convenient. But I did it last time. Adam did it on his last stream, and now I've done it
I
again.
did not do it last time. That is a lie.
I think you did.
I did not.
We're
I
used to
was
going to the
perfect.
other tab for that. And an easy 5-2 win with out of shape off Nielsen getting 3 points.
Oh, yeah, so bad. Terrible. Oh, no.
And just cruising through the exhibition season. Stars with our old goalie Doug Favell. They lose 3-2 to us. And Nielsen now with a hat trick.
Oh, yeah,
So
terrible pick.
yeah, so if okay, so if this is out of shape for him, it'll be a little scary once he does get in shape. And the Penguins, our old nemesis, lose 6-2 to us.
I can't make a
And
trade work unless we're giving up a second round pick, I
you
think. So.
try, yeah, we've been trying to, you were trying to make that Boston trade work, and you can't get it either. Okay, time to spend a little money, I guess, on.
Well, I guess it depends if we're willing to give up a roster player, maybe.
Not really, unless we're getting somebody like Sanderson back. But I don't know
Well, that's what.
the way Nielsen started.
Well, Sanderson would be another good scoring punch,
The only problem with
and it
that
was a real life seal.
also, but no, Sanderson never sealed. I don't think so. He was a lot of places, but I don't think Oakland was ever one of them.
I
Vancouver, WHA,
feel.
WHA for a while, the Blues, Bruins, Penguins, I think briefly. Okay, training camp development report. That's what we wanted, and that's why we were setting up the training beforehand.
Oh yeah,
Some
okay, I
pretty
was
good
wrong.
advancement across the board here.
Why was I
Nice.
thinking he was too?
Not sure. But have a look at his scouting report, and there should be some comments on there that are a little alarming.
For what, Sanderson?
Yeah,
Oh, is it controversy? Yeah, well, I
yeah.
mean,
And season ticket numbers 8,000, not fantastic, but I think a little better than the Scouts were actually doing. And how many exhibition games we got left here?
shouldn't be many.
Just this weekend, St. Louis and Buffalo.
I would also point out too, do we have any ownership goals? I mean, we've missed one because we forgot to draft the guys.
It's actually still active, so I think that'll we can do that again next season.
I
And
said that.
naturally, we got Dennis Hull hurt in an exhibition game. Tender elbow, 1 to 2 weeks, so not that bad. Lowell McDonald can go in for him. So Dennis Hull won't make the his debut in our season opener. Oh, we lose 4-1 to the expansion Sabres. Bit of a surprise in our last exhibition game. Now, farm team waivers. Nope, nobody. We're not going to lose anybody in waivers. Now, the other teams, though. Our old goalie Joe Daly's on waivers. Was our backup last year. Dwayne
Didn't
Rupp, who also used to be with us, but nothing too impressive here.
where did we lose Daly? Or did we trade him away?
I think that was an expansion draft. No, that was yeah. We traded Daly, Hextall, and a second rounder to get the Leafs
Oh,
first.
right.
Not really seeing anything incredibly interesting on the waiver list here.
Man, looking at the Leafs goalies, I don't know why they would send Daly down. Look at the Leafs goalies. What are they doing?
Well, Stern, that's their good with the guys who were the starters last year, so they're kind of established. But they got some
I
young
know.
guys up and
Oof.
coming too, though. I think that'll change partway through the season. Sterning's an
Well,
interesting guy. I actually had to go look him up when I saw he was a starter in the last game. He's from Kamloops. He was a pretty good WHL goalie. Uh, had a tryout with the Canadians, I think, and then sat on the bench for the Flyers a couple of times in their first season as the backup.
hmm,
So basically the third stringer there, but never quite. He's been on. He been at an NHL game, worn the uniform, but he's one of those guys who's never actually played a game or credited with one at least.
fair enough.
Okay, season preview. Carol Vadnais actually gets a mention as the potential top defenseman, which is good because he's coming off a really bad season for him. But the problem is the other guys are Park and Orr, who are considerably better than him. And no other mentions of us. Boston is apparently the big contender, but they're going to need to find a goalie at some point.
Did you put Stevenson on the trade block?
Yeah, I didn't, but not a bad
Probably.
idea.
Yeah.
Maybe they make an offer for there that way. Okay, ready for the home opener in Detroit. So that'll be a tough one. Detroit, I think, was a top team in the regular season last year. And
Well,
they
that's
come
not
to
a
the,
home opener, Jeff.
well, okay, the opener. But regardless, 6-2 win, and Ulf Nielsen is the first star.
All right.
Just wait until he gets in shape. And back to back, I'm going to start Milosh on the second night of the back to back against the Hawks. So very tough opening weekend, if this is a weekend. And we win both ends with 3-1. Although we
Nice.
do lose Ron Buchanan to an injury. Quad strain, 2 to 3 weeks, and our other Swede, Palmqvist, is injured. And it looks like Danny Grant picked up a minor injury too. I'm going to let this advance. And we'll see who's healthy after this little break we get here. Oh, there we go. The Canucks want to make an offer. For Stevenson, they're offering Noel Picard, who we lost in the expansion draft. No.
So not a terrible thing, but not no.
Yeah. Dennis Hull is almost back. Danny Grant completely healthy. Well, Palmqvist is healthy, so he can go in for Buchanan for this first game, but I think I'll switch that once Hull gets back. And wow, we're getting all the tough teams off the start. Bruins this time. And 7-3
Nice.
win with their questionable goaltending. Really hurting the Bruins. They're going to have to do something. And, we got a rumor about Wayne Stevenson now, which is true because we really are trying to trade him.
Of course. Now, we did mention in our last stream, you can see that we are no longer Oakland Seals, we're now the California Golden
Yeah, the
Seals.
California Golden Seals. And then we got a new owner, Charlie Finley.
No, he was our owner last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he fired you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Okay, going to try low McDonald in the middle, but put him on the fourth line, or third line rather. Finally, an expansion team, and we lose to them. LA 4-3.
No, they're not exactly an expansion. I mean, they are an
I
expansion
mean,
team,
well,
but they're
one of the
not.
other six expansion teams from '67. And now we're in Vancouver for the first time. And an easy 5-2 win. Barclay Plager for a star, a couple of assists. And looks like Dennis
So
Hull's
it should
bounced
be.
back. He's got was the third star. And next night in St. Louis, or no, in Oakland against St. Louis. Buchanan is coming along pretty quickly. McDonald's getting a little bit tired, so I'm going to try him in the third spot. Really could use another center, though, I think. Wow. 9-0 blowout win over the Blues, and Jacques Lemaire with 5 goals. And Bill Goldsworthy with 5 assists. So pretty sure that's a franchise record for us.
Link Mobeski asks, "Is this live?"
It
Well,
is
Link,
live.
being that I'm answering your question, you should probably be able to figure that out. I hope.
Yeah. And we're
Yes,
actually,
we
we should
live.
mention, we're live on three places. We've got our two Twitch channels, the regular OTP Developments one, and the FHM channel, and also streaming on Twitch, on Steam rather. And Plager out
Yes.
for a little bit. Dennis Kearns goes in. Other than that, I think we're okay. Give Milosh to start against Pittsburgh. And 4-1 win. And Dennis Hull apparently completely recovered with 3 points now. So we're off to a great start here. Oh, up until now, when the Rangers crush us 7-0. And Britt Selby, who seems to have resurrected his career, had a hat trick for them. And the media is criticizing
Right.
Goldsworthy. Defend him, but say there's room for improvement. Jacques Lemaire leading the league in points right now. Right, do we have anybody back? Oh, McDonald is hurt, so he goes out for Palmquist. And yeah, that's enough of that. Now, after crushing the Blues last time, what happens this time? We lose to them 3-1. So they bounce back, apparently.
Well, that's not a huge surprise.
And fairly tight three-way race, top of the division. Flyers doing well. What are they looking like at this point? Okay. That's why they're doing well. Jerry Cheevers and Bernie Perrant in goal. But other than that, they're not really looking like the 70s Flyers at all. Guy Lapointe is probably their best player. Bill Clement, actually a Flyer. Other than that, not too much. Just him and Perrant.
Oh, that's not bad.
And 5-0 shutout win over the expansion Sabres.
As it should be again. We should not lose to Vancouver or Buffalo at any point this year.
But we probably will. And development report. Still good. A lot of guys going up. And only Wayne Rivers going down.
He's been kind of just struggling.
I've
Time to
had
maybe move him.
I've had him on the fourth line. He's just basically been a utility guy.
Wait, so who's out of the lineup if he's on the fourth line?
Well, when everybody's healthy, it's Palmquist and Barry, and Featherstone too.
Okay, I get Grant, Hull, Labette, McDonald, Buchanan, Lemaire, Ulf Nielsen, Wayne Cashman, Goldsworthy, Pronovo.
Okay, so we got a couple of guys back. Buchanan is flat back, but so he goes for
Center depth.
Palmquist, but with Lemaire out, just a minor injury, but I'll put McDonald in for him. Plager back in. Now it's Redmond's that hurt. That's hurt, and Kearns goes in for. And I'm just going to have the
Okay,
review
now
the lines. Against the
there's an
Rangers.
old man who could help our center depth.
5-2 win over the Rangers. Who is it?
Alex Del Vecchio. He's on St. Louis.
Not in this one. He was traded to Vancouver, and they're not going to be
Was
willing
it?
to trade him. Yeah, he.
Never mind
That
then.
just happened right after we started, I think. They
See if
traded their
anybody else.
backup goalie for him, Phil Muir.
Oh, there's a ton of people on the trade block.
Yeah, quite a few. Bill Flett from Chicago he's at 4 stars, but oh, he can't. That's why he was probably playing with Hull last year and had a big year. Problem is, I think you'll see in the scouting. It's actually fairly generous. I thought I had Flett's intangible stuff a little lower than that.
Well, Pittsburgh's. I don't know if you're in game in this one. Pittsburgh has Eric Nestorenko
Yeah,
on the trade block. You'd be an interesting depth add.
don't think they've done it in this one. Nope, just not in the trade block. And ouch, 7-1 loss to the Leafs, and Red Berenson, who the Leafs swapped Frank Mahovlich for, gets a hat trick. A lot of waiver and trading movement. Brian Hextall, who we got rid of to the Leafs because he was disruptive, winds up moving to Minnesota.
Maybe he got too disruptive there. Do we have any current conflicts after we got rid of him?
Nope, we would have had the. Nope, everything's perfect. And Lemaire is healthy again, so Blomqvist for him. That stays as it is. And now Redmond is ready to go back in. Kearns has been playing well on. Plager has too, though. And 5-1 win over the Canadians. Dennis Hull with the hat trick.
Nice. Just looking at this, show me your roster screen there again. I
One
just need
second,
to see
just going to
something.
play this game against Buffalo.
Well, that's fine. I can see it as it is.
And we get a shutout. Joe Malash put him in as a backup. And, there we go. Got an achievement. What were you looking for?
Perfect. No, I was just looking. One of our owner goals was to improve our right defense. I feel like we should maybe have Carol Van Ney play on the right side.
Redmond's
It's
coming up
currently.
fast, though, so.
Well, I know, but you could have them
And
on.
so is Murdoch. No, I think we'll be okay.
Oh,
And a couple of minor injuries for the second game against Pittsburgh. And the Penguins managed to get a tie out of us. Nestorenko, who you wanted to trade for, is his second star.
of course.
And Lowell McDonald is back, so Palmquist can swap with him. And throw Milosh in against the Bruins. Wow, 7-1 win. Bruins really need a goaltender. They're the preseason favorites, and they're a little below 500 right now. Oh, okay, and you'll love this, Adam. The Canucks have yet to win a game, 18 games into the season.
Going to set a record, huh?
Apparently. Remind me again, who has the modern record for fewest points in, or no, the longest losing streak?
Washington Capitals.
No, longest losing
No, I
streak,
know.
Adam. It
Winnipeg Jets. First year in the league after they destroyed the team.
was the second year, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was year one.
980? Can't remember.
90% sure it was year one.
I thought it was the second year.
Well, it could be. But I feel like it was year.
No, I think it was the second year. And we do lose to Montreal.
No, because second year was Howard Chuck.
No, Howard Chuck was third.
Howard-
Dave Babich was second year. Jimmy Mann was first year, first round picks.
Okay.
Okay, and McDonald, who was in for as an injury replacement for Lemaire, lacerates his spleen. Fortunately, Lemaire is back. But, well, McDonald will be on the injured list for quite a while. Oh, no, Lemaire isn't quite back, although he can play. But just to be safe, we'll put Palmquist in.
You know, Jeff, taking a look, we could actually afford to hire a couple more scouts.
Okay. Phil Roberto for playing the minor leagues for us in Providence broke his kneecap and will be out probably the rest of the season.
Ouch.
But scouts, you say?
Yeah, we could beef up our scouting a little bit.
Really,
we could
at this
hire
point,
four more scouts.
You don't really need scouts anywhere except, well, I guess, yeah, we could add one, add a European.
Add two in Europe with you're in orange coverage there. There's a young, if you search by age in Europe, there's a 30-something-year-old guy who's age one. He showed up as good in my game.
Yeah, I can get better than good though.
Yeah, well,
Carl Axelson, great. And maybe a Finn. Oh, we got. Oh, wait, is that count as Eastern? No. Oh, there they are.
now there's not much point about scouting Eastern Europe at this point. Why is that, Jeff?
Because the Iron Curtain rule is on, and you can't get any of those guys out.
Yeah. Well, you can in 20 years.
19, but yeah.
But by that point, most of them will be retired.
Okay, where did Kearns for Schuberg? And Lemaire's still a little bit hurt. Maybe he can get into the second game of this back-to-back. 4-3 loss to the Leafs. Starting to struggle a little bit here. Is Lemaire ready?
Time to give him a little more time.
Yeah, try him against Chicago. And comes up with a 4-1 win.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, Lemaire is back. Holmquist is out, so I'm just going to take a quick look at our stats for the season so far. Yeah, Goldsworthy having a very good year, but look at the goal to assist ratio. Wow. So yeah,
he's setting everything up.
Yeah, setting up Lemaire and Hull.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. That's why we brought Hull in. Came in to score goals. doing
And
exactly what we asked him to do.
Serge Savard having a breakout year. 18 points, 20 games. I think he's already at his career high.
Perfect.
Uh, yeah, for the first time, even Rivers said playing at just random minutes on the fourth line is 14 points in 20 games. Wayne
Nothing wrong
Cashman
with
a
that.
little disappointing, but other than that, and the goalies. Wow, Malash 1.56 goals against average. He's been red hot, so maybe
Nice.
he gets a little more time.
Sorry, how's Nielsen doing there? Screen's small.
16 points in his first 20 games, and he's lost
Nothing
the
wrong with that.
preseason unfit thing, so
Nothing wrong with that at all.
start giving Malash a little more playing time until he begins slipping. Does there 3-2 loss to the Kings. So we will give Maniago the start against Minnesota, his old team, and 3-0 shutout win. The starter reasserts himself. Bruins starting to climb up the standings right now. They're still still Bob Johnson and Pete Donnelly in goal. They're going with those guys apparently. And a
He might
shutout.
make a move closer to the trade deadline.
Yeah, Maniago start again, but we get shut out by the Sabres, the team that you said we should never lose to.
Oh, it's technically. Oh wait, we got shut out. Never mind. I thought you said it was going to be a tie.
No,
Well, you screwed it up there, Jeff.
no. By the way, the Canucks have won 4 games now, so they're breaking out.
Oh, that's good. They need to do something. The hello, hello as well.
And another good development for it. No, Dave Dunn is up to 1.5 stars now, so he will be ready to move up soon. And Barth, yeah, good because Barclay Plager is starting to slip. In fact, I'm going to play Kearns in for him for a while. Budget seems reasonable. And owner confidence update. Charlie Finley says we're still rebuilding. Doesn't expect us to be a serious contender and seems pretty happy with us just in general. Yeah, job security is well into the blue. Yep, go ahead. If you, yeah. Hey, Cardinal fan. Yeah, well, Tuesday is the new Wednesday.
The new year has kept us a little bit different. We wanted to get a game in, and who knows? There still might be some streams tomorrow, but
Okay, got the Flyers.
I will say, yeah, the app. If you didn't hear Jeff, yes, you can do things. If it's very involved, I would suggest posting on our forums. I'm gonna say, Jeff, you probably took a little bit of time off here with
Yep,
everything that goes on at the end of December, but
I'm probably going to be back either, if not tonight, then probably sometime tomorrow and going through the tech support forum and getting ready to move on to the next update. And Michel Rouleau of Detroit is on waivers. Looks like he's bounced around a lot, but he is 2.5 stars. Would be an upgrade on Palmquist.
Cardinals fan, no worries. Glad you were able to show up. I actually forgot it wasn't Wednesday today.
Put in a claim on Rouleau. See if we get him. And apparently we did, because we got to give him a number now. Sure, you can have 29. And the Sabres want to make a trade. Fred Speck. The problem is we just got a guy on waivers who's better than that, so no. Ooh, that's not good. As soon as I get Rouleau, he drops down to 1.5 stars.
Awesome. Time to put him on the trade block.
Yeah, pretty much.
This was not the player I was expecting.
And I would need to move somebody down, so Tony Featherstone goes to the minors. And we should have a relatively easy game against the Canucks at least. And 6-1 win.
Okay, the AM. I don't. Jeff might have to correct me on this, but was the last update before that trade or the
No, I
last
think that
roster?
was the. No, they. I know what that is. There's a note in the forum about it actually in the last update. It's
Oh, right.
my first post after the on the update thread in the forum. You have to manually edit his rights, or no, was it his contracted team? Yeah, his contracted team. Uh, because I didn't something went wrong when I either missed it or it didn't update properly when I was changing that. So it's still set to the Sharks. So he'll actually get, if I can't remember his contract ends or not after this season, but if there's another year on it, he will get returned to you unless you update the contract properly for him. Just do that in commissioner mode. But yeah, I know about
But it
that.
will be
That one's
fixed in the
fixed already.
next.
Yep, I've already
Yeah,
done
it will
that.
be fixed in the next update. Yeah.
And minor, well, not that minor. Corneal abrasion. That's got a sting for Dennis Hawley. Going to miss a little bit of time here. And 5-2 loss to the Rangers with him out of the lineup. And the goalies have cooled off. We'll try Milosh in against Vancouver, and the best we can do is a 4-4 tie.
The AM. Thank you for reporting things though. We can't fix what we don't know, and so we do rely on
Oh,
our consumers to let us know when something's not working for them.
I mean, technically we could. We just
Well,
wouldn't know what it is. And
we test and we test and we test.
okay, throwing Plager back in for Kearns, and no, I got nothing to do with. Can I shop Rouleau? Nobody wants him, which is probably why we could get him on waivers. And Gordie Howe in the wings, 4-4 tie.
Put him on the trade block. We'll get an offer for him eventually, probably.
Yep, he's on the trade block already.
Yeah. We'll just get trade him for nothing.
And John Pronovo picked up a suspension for 4 games. That's not great. Okay,
The goon. What did he do?
see what happens if we actually put Rouleau into some games. And this will get Wayne Rivers a little extra playing time too. 7-5 loss to the Flyers. Are they still near the top? No, they've fallen back a bit. We're actually in first. 4 points up on the Hawks, but it's going to be tough getting past them in the playoffs. Rangers leading the league. The Bruins are starting to put things together. Still with the bad. Oh no. Where did they get Mike Curran from? They signed Mike Curran away from Springfield to the AHL. Curran, longtime WHA goalie. There's his real stats. So we're going to get a chance in the NHL. He was a little better than what they had. Try Milosh against the Wings. 3-1 loss. So not really Milosh's fault. Dennis Hull is feeling better, but not quite all the way back. And 4-point game against the Hawks, which we lose 6-3. And we got a trade proposal from St. Louis. Bill Klatt. Don't know him. Don't want him. Okay, Dennis Hull is back into the lineup now. Looks like while Barry did fairly well as his replacement. Quite a bit of depth on left wing right now. Here, yeah, Barry jumped up to 2.5 stars. So I'm actually going to take Rouleau out, and Rouleau got to 2 stars with that little bit of playing time he got, but going to give Barry his spot. Oh, just noticed something.
Put Barry on the trade block too.
Yeah, that's an idea.
2 stars.
We
Well, it doesn't mean we have to move him, but
Barry the Kings, the team Barry coached in the 80s, 7-3, and Schubert got hurt. And I also noticed one other thing. Hull is set as Dangler. I'll try him as perimeter shooter instead. Got the big slap shot like his brother, so I think it makes sense to have him on the outside. Schubert can go out for Kearns. And Pronovo is back from his suspension now. And yeah, trade block Barry. As I get the lines back to what they were, it appears so. And Daryl Sittler, who the Canucks got Gilbert Perreault in the draft, but that meant Sittler went second to the Sabres, and he's having a great year. 28 points in 30 games so far. How is
much to the chagrin of Leafs Nation.
Perreault doing in this? Perreault not quite as productive, actually. 22 points in 36 games with these struggling Canucks. Old Alex Del Vecchio having a comeback year. 30 points in 35 games for Vancouver. After
Nice.
a couple unproductive years in St. Louis for him. No, I'll try Maniago against the Rangers. And comes up with a 5-3 win. That's good. And then Meloche will get the Leafs. And 5-2 win over the Leafs. And media's going to praise Lemaire? Sure. Stood out, but plenty of help from his teammates. And we're at the end of 1970, so the player poll. Any of our guys get mentioned? No. Derek Sanderson, who I was trying to trade for, winds up being named most overrated.
Rated, interesting. And they're going to say most controversial, and I'd be like, okay.
Gary Edwards, our third string goalie, is the goalie of the month in the AHL. Schubert's still hurt. I'm going to play these 2 games and take a look at the stats. First game against Montreal, 4-1 win. Very nice. And looks like Will McDonald is almost healthy again. Second game against the Wings. Ouch, 8-4 loss.
Oof.
And Rangers and Kings making a trade. Small one. And Lowell McDonald is back. Where do I put him in? Or do I put him in 3 stars? Can't really push out one of the Rivers.
Yep.
Rivers finally to the bench, and let's see how the stats are looking. Goldsworthy finally has a few more goals, but still 40 assists to 8 goals. And looks pretty similar to what we had last time. I think I'm going to bump Nielsen up to the second line spot because he's producing the third line one.
I thought he was there to start the year. You put him down? Hmm.
Nope, Buchanan. Try him there, see how it works for a few games. Easy 5-1 win over St. Louis. Nobody interesting there. Phil Esposito resigns for 3 years with the Bruins, so he's not going to the WHA. Is that? No, that'll be after next season.
Phil Esposito?
Yep.
He never went to the WHA.
No, I'm just saying, yeah. Just say he won't in this one, not as they'll be trying to sign some of the big NHL stars. And Wayne Hashman in with the hat trick and a big 8-3 win over the Flyers. And speaking of the Bruins, we get them next. And we've got their number this year, 5-2 win. Goldsworthy is a little dinged up, so Rivers can go in for him. Schuberg really slow coming back from that bruised kidney. 5-5 tie against the Blues. And it's the Blues who wound up with Bobby Clark in this game. Try Malashgate against the Leafs. 4-3 loss. Red Berenson again having a good game against us. And Tim Horton contemplating retirement, but not death.
Contemplating death would be pretty upsetting.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, Bill Masterson's still playing in this one, so.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yep. Okay, Goldsworthy is back, so Rivers goes out for him.
There's enough sad stories like that in hockey, anyways. Every sport, I guess, technically.
Yeah, 2-2 tie against the Rangers, best team in the league, not too bad. We got the All-Star roster announcement, and we got a bunch of guys on the team. Maniago, our goalie, is probably the West starting goalie. It's Wayne Rutledge from Chicago. Because Tony Esposito is in Minnesota, so the Hawks have got Rutledge in goal. And then Vadnais, Serge Savard, and Dick Redmond, all three guys make it. Out of our defensemen, and the first line goals were the Holland Lemaire. But it's still, you can see the opposite division is still pretty loaded. Although it looks like I can't remember if each team gets a player at this point. No, I guess not, because I don't see any Sabres. Joe Watson the Canucks makes the team on his own merits.
I didn't think that was till way later that they did that.
It was no later than the 70s, late 70s, I think. When they went to 4 divisions, I think that's when it started. And 4-0 shutout went over the Canucks. And media praises Goldsworthy, sure.
Oh, goodness.
And the West actually beat the East this year in the All-Star game, 4-3. Doesn't look like any of our guys had a particularly. Oh, well, Maniago did okay. What were you saying, oh goodness, for?
Oh, I just was checking something and on my phone, and I got a alert for Reddit, and it said post asking, where were you 25 years ago on New Year's Eve 1999? And then I remembered that New Year's Eve 1999 was 25 years ago.
I was actually working that night.
Were you embracing for the Y2K?
Yep. Although the company I was working with had offices around the world, so when Australia didn't disappear at like in the afternoon our time, we kind of figured it would be okay.
I do recall exactly what I was doing at that time.
You were what, 2 years old?
No, I was not. I was in the basement of a friend's house where we had gotten many pizzas and were movie marathoning multiple movies. I remember we watched Wayne's World 1 and 2, as well as I think Caddyshack and something else. I can't remember what the fourth movie was.
Fairly good choices. Lowell McDonald tore his hip flexor, so he's had nothing but bad luck this year. Was kind of out of the lineup to start the season just because of the numbers, and then got hurt twice. So Bob Berry back in. And Tony Featherstone, who we sent down, apparently had a big game. 5-point night. Good for him. Actually, let's take a quick look at Providence and see how the stats doing. Oh, rookie Dan Maloney leading the team in scoring, also leading the team in penalty minutes. Let's see, Edberg and Katola, the Swede and the Finn, not having that much. Keith Magnuson, who's been just kind of disappointing. He should be developing faster than this. And then the two goalies. Edwards, great numbers from him. Stevenson was our backup in our first two seasons and did great the first year, went downhill in the second, and now has basically played himself into the minors. And he was a starter in Providence last year, and now Edwards has pushed him out.
Interesting.
So he's still on the trading block, but no good offers for him yet. May try to put something together at the trading deadline, I guess. And the Leafs get a 5-4 win over us. The trading deadline, which is March the 5th. Oh, we're still January 24th, so I won't get to it this game, but you'll get that next time, Adam. Try Milosh against Chicago. See if we can get him heated up a little bit. 3-0 loss. So our guys are falling out of the scoring leaders, but we are still in first place, or at least tied with the Hawks for first, and slightly better on goal differential. And the Canucks have actually passed the Sabres after the terrible start. And the Rangers out in front of
That's
the
actually
Leafs.
impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good Ranger team. And the right thing. And they got Frank Mahovlich from the Leafs, and he's not slowing down. He's having a big year too. So veteran team. Yeah, these guys are going to be tough to beat. Oh, did Brad Park get hurt? He's only played. Tore the PCL, so he's missed most of the season. So the Rangers have been doing that without their best defenseman, which is slightly terrifying, and they're the defending Cup champions. Easy 6-1 win over the Stars. Just noticed Dennis Hall was down to 70%. Should maybe taken him out, but we do get an 8-1 win regardless. And Hall still has a pretty good game despite being tired. But we do lose Serge Savard. Just temporarily broke his nose. So swap Kearns with Schuberg, but then swap Savard with Kearns. It's Surprised Kearns is still stuck at 1.5 stars. He should have come up a little bit by now. And the Penguins fire their coach. Red Sullivan gone. Gord Fashaway takes over for him. And nice shutout win for Maniago against Minnesota. Another strong development report. Oh, Milosh is up to 3 stars now.
Oh, that's also good news.
Almost. I mean, he started so fast. It's almost tempting to wonder what we could get for Maniago.
I think we should be looking to move Maniago probably in the next year.
Obvious candidate is Boston with their terrible goalies. I'm going to leave that one to you. So we're coming up on the hour here, and then you'll get the trading deadline in your stream.
Whatever works.
Another shutout for Maniago there against Pittsburgh, who's having a terrible year. Pittsburgh's actually the worst team in the league this year. Hull seems to have a bit of a fitness issue. He's always a little bit behind the rest of the players. Good game from Milosh, 1-1 tie against Montreal. And Savard is almost back. Oh, he's dehydrated. That's why Hull is slowing down, so give him some liquids, get him back in the lineup. And good 2-1 win over the Wings. And I think probably close this out against with that last game against the expansion Sabres. And Hull is rehydrated now. And Savard is back also. Now does Plager go in? Having a very solid year. But so is Kearns. Actually, Kearns is doing even better. Gonna go with Kearns. And give Milosh this last start against Buffalo. Should be an easy win. 6-2 win.
Also good.
And we have gotten rid of our weakness at right defense, so when that gets evaluated at the end of this season, June 30th, that will satisfy that owner's goal. A minor calf laceration for Ellis Nielsen. Just taking a quick look at the player stats. Goldsworth is up to 60 points. So that first line, adding all to that, has worked out really well.
Good.
And Nielsen having a minor calf laceration aside, having a very strong rookie year. Probably a Calder candidate.
As he should be. As a first-round pick.
Yep. And everybody else, Schuberg not really producing a ton of points this year. He's actually behind Kearns. Bob Murdoch having...
How many minutes is he playing tonight?
Who?
Schuberg.
1833.
Yeah, not a lot.
Well, that's decent for a... Well, not huge for a defenseman, but okay-ish.
Is he on the second or third pair? Plus, he's probably not getting any special teams time, which is going to hurt him.
Third pair and special teams.
Yeah.
Nope, he's on the first power play unit.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
So yeah, not sure why he's not putting up more points. Okay, that's pretty good. So we close this stream out with us on top of the Hawks by 2 points with one game in hand.
All right.
Still third place in the league, but ahead of Detroit and Boston. And yeah, the Rangers are looking scary though.
Oh, good.
Jackman leading the league in goals against average, and they've got a bunch of guys in the top 10 in scoring. I mean, whoever comes out of that side is going to be tough. Montreal is 27-19-8, and they're in position to miss the playoffs right now. And just out of curiosity, Canucks aren't doing too bad. Dennis Hextall, who we've avoided taking a couple of times, primarily because of the problems we had with his brother, is actually having a breakout year for them. And what has gone wrong with the Penguins? 737-11. And they've got one of the better goalies in the league in Rogie Vachon. That's a decent lineup, too. Oh, the D is bad. The D is really bad. Nobody better than 1.5 stars. And they're not getting some scoring out of some key guys. Yeah, okay, I can see why they're that bad.
Yeah.
But okay, I think we can wrap it up there, Adam.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning into this special Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/franchise hockey manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP developments as well, with stream archives typically going live Saturdays at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/franchise hockey manager. On Bluesky, we are at franchisehockey.bsk.social. You can also find us on Threads, where we're at Franchise Hockey Manager, Instagram, Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. Of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Idle Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. If you are watching this live, you have about 48 hours left to pick up Franchise Hockey Manager 11 for 33% off. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you've already too late, unfortunately, and you have missed the sale. But it's been going on for 2 weeks, so if you haven't been paying attention, well, I would, suggest signing up to follow us on these different platforms to make sure you do know. Otherwise, Jeff, I don't think of too much else. Maybe I'm missing something.
I
We're
forgot
not
to sign some for upcoming free agents, so you'll get a few contracts signed when you get the save back.
fine. There is a strong possibility I might stream tomorrow on New Year's Day. To kick off 2025 with some Franchise Hockey Manager streams. We'll see exactly if that happens or not. But if you're following us on Twitch, you'll be able to get notifications live, or I'll try and post on Bluesky and on Twitter. With that, Jeff, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Thanks everybody for coming out. Canada, USA in 5 hours, I think. Starts at 5, my time.
Yes.
Yeah. So, good World Champion, good World Junior Championship game on tonight to look forward to. So, thanks for coming out, everybody. We will see you possibly in a day, possibly in a week soon. And Happy New Year, everyone.